Right, I'm pretty much just going to start now. It's only half of the extra time I allowed myself, but turns out I didn't need to do what I thought I needed to do, so it's fine. It's all good. It's nothing for anyone to worry about, least of all me. So, yeah, let's jump right the fuck back into Sonic Adventure DX, whose game audio should be audible to you now, just as is my voice. Although I think I need to tweak the audio. Hang on. There we go. So, God, where even were we? Yeah, so Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure DX Director's Cut has this interesting Rashomon-style structure where you experience the same story from the point of view of its 6 characters over and over, and I've just realised my controller's not working properly. There we go. It's fixed now. So you start out as Sonic, and in playing as Sonic you unlock various other characters, but you progress through the same storyline every time, and yet they all remember it slightly differently, which is a fascinatingly, I don't want to say optimistic, ambitious, let's say ambitious. It's a fascinatingly ambitious goal for a game, especially a game of this era.
Okay, let's go!
It's not necessarily the cast of characters I would have chosen for such a thing. I'm Knuckles the Echidna, but just call me Knuckles. Sonic and Tails have taken off to chase the egg carrier, but I can't go with them. I must restore the Master Emerald. Where is the next Emerald fragment? I should return to Mystic Ruins and search deep in the jungle. I love these kind of like books for 8-year-olds level little journalistic journal segments. They are genuinely quite funny to me, and oh shit, I've just remembered what I was supposed to be doing in this game. So, as far as I know, the basic mechanics are more or less the same throughout the entire game, regardless of which character you play as. Let me know if the audio balance is alright, by the way. Yeah, as far as I know, the basic kind of platforming and stuff and exploring of the exploration sections is the same. But it does introduce new mechanics for each different character. So you start out with Sonic, who just has these kind of like open platforming sections, and you platform through the zone, and once you platform through the zone, that's the end, and it's just that from the start of the game to the finish. As, I thought I was supposed to go through there. Oh well. Then as Tails, you do the same, except now, instead of just platforming challenges, you do the same similar platforming challenges, but with a rival that you're trying to outrun. Then as Knuckles, you do the same kinds of platforming challenges, except instead of start to finish, they're open zones with a treasure hunt. Now, not everyone may know this about me, but fun fact, I generally can't stand treasure hunts. I do not enjoy looking at the same thing over and over and over until I eventually realise which room I forgot to look in. Oh, hey, one of them's right here. Well, that's half the puzzle solved. Anyway, so, yeah, you play through the entire game again, except from Knuckles' perspective. You see many of the same events again, except with Knuckles saying stuff. And, it's really funny to me the way they seem to say and think different things based on who's remembering what happened. Yeah, see, my viewer Acrylic Spatter happens to be my roommate and knows that I have this strange power in real life where if people invoke my name they find whatever they were looking for. I'm kind of like St. Anthony in that way. We don't know why it works, we don't know how it happens. I'm very good at finding objects lost in the house, and this has sort of, like, soaked into my existence as a person, I suppose, because they simply say my name, and then they suddenly realise that it's by their foot, or on the shelf next to them, or whatever, and then I go, "You're welcome," in the other room, and it's funny. It's great. It's a lovely little bit that will make no sense to anyone who doesn't live in our house.
2 stone statues. The door to the past.
Cool, thanks. I climbed up here previously. Anyway, yeah, so Knuckles' sections of the game are all these scavenger hunts, except normally you have a radar that shows you where you need to go to find the next bit. They did not deign to include that for this particular challenge. So I'm basically just climbing up here and picking likely looking targets, then flying there and hoping that I find something. Doesn't help that it's still got the world's jankiest, like, physics engine going on, the world's jankiest sort of collision modelling. This whole forest section is a nightmare to traverse, because even if you just keep pushing a directional stick in a direction, there's so many, like, weirdly aligned surfaces and vectors and things, you just kind of constantly stop and start or bump into stuff. Anyway, who else is even left? After Knuckles, we're gonna get Amy Rose, who I don't know what her deal will be. Presumably she'll do platforming with some other gimmick added on. Sorry dude, didn't mean to punch you in the face with my literally steel knuckles. And then after that was Big the Cat, who, as far as I know, has the shortest storyline, and it's fishing minigames over and over and over. So that's going to be interesting, since I never really played fishing games. Although I suppose I have played a lot of fishing minigames. Every life sim game has its fishing minigame. Every Zelda alike has its fishing minigame. In fact, for a while, fishing minigames were a weirdly resilient gimmick that they seem to be putting into every single game. Like, it makes sense why... So there's this hole. There's this hole. Oh, I've been here previously. Tails could fly up there, and there was a thing. But Knuckles' wall climbing ability seems to be highly specific, and these walls are not allowed. It's more of a wall climb ain't ability, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so yeah, there's this weird cycle in the games industry where games are generally made by artists who have some kind of artistic goal, you know. Creative directors and so on, and animators and game designers who all have artistic goals. And then the people in charge at the top of the chain are the money men, and the money men have one goal and one goal only, which is to make the most money. And they are very risk averse, which means that anything that becomes popular, you know, the marketing directors and the CEOs and so on, they will basically look at what the most popular thing is on the market, and they will say to themselves, why is this popular? And then, completely absurdly, if you know anything about art, they will decide that there is a singular factor that is the one reason why that thing became popular. And then they will mandate that it be included in everything else made by that studio. This is a really, really consistent trend. You can pick basically a year of the last 20 years, and there will be that year's trend, you know. For a while, everyone was making Battle Royale games because, you know, PUBG Battlegrounds and Fortnite became so massively popular, and so therefore everyone had to make one. And this has two knock-on effects. One is that very, very often that mechanic or feature, in the abstract, like just plain by itself, is merely a component of what made the thing popular. What makes a work of art something that resonates with people is its unique terroir. It's all of it. It's everything contributing to it as a whole. It might be the characters and the gameplay and the design and the multiplayer aspect or whatever, you know. Everything that's good has reasons why it's good, but it's many component factors. It's very rare that there's a single unique element. And then that brings the other problem, which is that when there is a singular unique element, saturating the market with other things that directly copy that element and bring nothing else new to the table only dilutes the whole thing. And you end up often breaking the original thing as people vaguely just get lost in different other factors. And then, of course, the money men will go, well, I guess this wasn't the key to infinite wealth. We have to figure out what the key to infinite wealth is. What's the most popular thing on the market now that we've ruined that thing? And then they'll look at the next most popular thing on the market, and it'll be, oh, online leaderboards, of course, which was terrifyingly a consistent, actual, for realsies thing. Like, in the mid-2000s, the big feature they identified for a year or two was leaderboards, and it actually became mandated that Xbox Live Arcade titles had to have a scoreboard, even if they were, you know, indie game experiences about, you know, the experiences of a family's life over 20 years or whatever, had to have leaderboards included. Anyway, this is a terrible impulse, which is bad for art and bad for the industry and bad for gamers. And it's really consistent. Every single time something gets popular, there are a million trend hoppers immediately, because the people at the top think that, oh, this is the thing, this is the reason why people buy games, this is the next thing. And it never is. It's always much more complicated than that. Anyway, fishing minigames were that, very briefly. Which is what I was actually getting at. This is the only feature I can find in this place. It must be this, right? It has to be hidden in here somewhere. Oh, it was. Okay, so I guess the bomb I found in there was a red herring. Anyway, I've had longer rants about that particular issue in the past on various streams, or possibly in episodes of my Let's Plays on YouTube. Yeah. There's lots more examples, I just can't think of any off the top of my head right now, because the sun is shooting a big laser into my eyes as we speak, and I need to go solve that problem real quick. And I'm back, and I actually remembered to switch to the game this time, but yeah. See, that's the other thing, sometimes a new kind of collection of mechanics will come together, and basically that's the birth of a new genre, which is great and interesting and good for the industry, and then of course that new genre will have the same oversaturation thing happen to it. But what's really weird is when you just get the same individual component jammed in. Like, open world survival multiplayer games became a genre pretty much after DayZ took the world by storm. But it's a wide enough, diverse enough collection of mechanics as a component of the whole that it just becomes a new genre. Which is not to say it does not also become massively oversaturated. Oh, I think I did this as Sonic?
This way.
This is another one of those levels where you have to do the stuff. But yeah, so that was the case with Battle Royale games. In fact, very often these things emerge from the modding scene. Battle Royale games began as mods on older FPS games. And of course then was actually the same concept was recreated in Minecraft, as is often the case with particular concepts, for Hunger Games maps, I believe. But the distinct truth of that is that it does come from this other place. Anyway, I need a better way to attack these guys. I'm looking forward to the extremely solid hip-hop tracks that the sequel gives Knuckles stages. Anyway, that's enough of me griping, as is so often my activity, about the nature of the games industry. A place that has created some genuinely brilliant art and also is absolute hell for artists. Perhaps more so than any other art-based industry. Well gee, I sure think I'm probably close to a gem. It's fine, I got it. It's good, I'm not dead, it's all fine. I have nothing to worry about ever again. Oh yeah, there's a lot of individual mechanics introduced for like single levels. This particular level has, as its one singular mechanic, wall climbing thingies, gravity switches, I guess you could call them. Ah, hello. There's a hole in the wall with a mysterious box full of coins. I wish I could find one of those in real life. I say, on the verge of bankruptcy. As I've mentioned many times, playing through this game, I've played the sequel a ton as a kid. It was one of my favourite games as like a 14-year-old or whatever. But I never did play this this original version. This isn't the original version of Sonic Adventure, because Sonic Adventure came out on the Dreamcast, and this is a port of Sonic Adventure Director's Cut, which came out on the GameCube, I believe. I wonder if hitting those switches does anything other than rearrange the wall pads, since I don't need to use the wall walking pads when I am literally a guy who can climb walls, when the camera will let me. But yeah, it's really interesting how the gaming industry at large will happily pillage mods and free independent things, with no regard for the people who actually make the things. You know, tower defense became a very, very popular genre of full game release and so on. But it began as in the flash gaming scene. Like, the origin of that genre was people learning how to make games in Flash for fun and releasing them for free on the internet. And of course, with the death of Adobe Flash, that's an entire huge component of game industry history that's basically just been lost and deleted forever, which I think is a huge shame. There are archival efforts and so on to preserve Flash games and the literally millions of weird independent projects. You know, I as a kid growing up, I played an absolute shit ton of free Flash games on the internet because they were all you had if you didn't have parents who would buy you lots of video games. I say, despite having been quite privileged in my video games access, we had most of the consoles and we had lots of stuff. At least as far as the 2000s were concerned.
This is very strange.
Yeah, you're telling me. Knuckles, completely unflappable. Very good at assessing how strange situations are. Not so good at traversing invisible walls, though. So this is, presumably... Oh yeah, that's right. Knuckles is being periodically given visions of ancient times and the ancient Echidna people who implicitly are supposed to protect or possibly have something to do with the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emerald, but we don't really know any details yet. And Tikal, his mandatory girlfriend.
You, hear me now. My father is coming here soon, and I fear what may happen. You must take everyone away from here. Oh, please. So, are you saying you can't leave this place? I understand. Let me talk to my father again.
Oh, I see what's going on.
There must be a better way to do this.
So the horrible genocide that we witnessed previously. Yes, okay, so actually her people weren't the victims of it, they were the perpetrators. Interesting. Curiously dark for a Sonic the Hedgehog game.
I must do something quickly.
We created the world's cutest, squishiest mascots. You know, we put the original Pokemon starters and the slimes from Dragon Quest and Hello Kitty in a big pot, and we blended them up and poured it into a mold, and what did we get? We got the Chow.
What?
So I guess he's not actually time traveling.
In front of the altar. This is beginning to blow my mind.
Only beginning to.
I remember. The broken pieces of the Master Emerald. I have to restore them to where they belong.
You were doing that already. I suppose I shouldn't criticize, I do have ADHD. Oh, is this... hang on, is this the end of his storyline? Did I just finish it?
It's still incomplete.
Ah, well that answers that question. What a mystery.
I need to find the remaining pieces, wherever they are. Hey! Look! It's Eggman's flying fortress. That's where the rest of the pieces must be.
I think you'll find out it's called the Egg Carrier. I wonder if it's supposed to be that low poly of a model, or if it's
I don't know where that ship is.
or if it's a glitch causing it to be like that. Oh look, it's a Deus Ex Machina.
Isn't that one of Eggman's robots?
It's a Deus Ex mech suit.
I know. I'll follow it back to Eggman's base.
Fantastic, your first non-stupid plan. Good job, buddy.
Here I come, Eggman.
Also, if I seem a little bit out of it today, it's because my downstairs neighbours have committed to smoking every cigarette in existence, and it's actually coming up, it's like all week, it's been pretty much coming up through the floorboards, and hey, I'm asthmatic and I have lung damage from COVID. This is bad for me personally. So I'm kind of floaty in the brain a lot of the time, and sometimes struggling to breathe a little bit. It sucks, I don't like it. We may need to put another note on their door and be slightly passive-aggressive about it, which probably also will achieve nothing. Interesting. The majesty of the Master Emerald refuses to be sat upon. Anyway, yes, so... I think there's, I guess, one or two more chapters as Knuckles, the Echidna. And then what I really want to know is what the robots' levels will be like, though. Oh, find them without using any hints, I see. That seems... Oh, okay. When it says... I thought when it said without using any hints, I thought it meant without the radar, and I was like, how the hell am I ever going to find them? But no, I wasn't using the hints to begin with, so that's not exactly going to be tough. This game is so easy, I say, playing a game designed for 8-year-olds. Like, who needs hints, I say. Although I did actually need the hints on it. I thought it said not to use the hints. Huh, interesting. Are I allowed to use the hints or not? Why are they provided? Is the emerald sentient, or does it merely respond to the wishes of the people who try to use it? Because that's what it seemed to be doing previously. Maybe I should stream some of the old 2D Sonic games, because those were my favourites. I was never very good at them, though. I can reliably play through all of Sonic 2 up to like the penultimate level, at which point I have never in my life beaten it. Which is kind of horrifying when you consider that I've been playing that literally since I was like 5 years old. It came out in 1993. I think I've been playing it since I was about 6 or 7 actually. Oh right, I was supposed to be looking for a gem. It's a little bit rich of them to use the same level twice, but, actually, no, it is kind of, Oh, I see, okay, I'm allowed to fall from certain heights, but that's just a step too far. How dare I fall from too close to the cloud layer? Anyway, the locations of the emerald shards are randomized on each of these levels every time you play, so... That means that this level is probably not meaningfully different from the last time we played it. I think it's probably just a straight repeat. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe the layout's totally different, but it's the same, like... What's the word? Like, you know, it's the same stuff. It's the same place with the same components. And so if it is in fact the same actual layout, then it is a bit rich. But this feels different. Maybe I'm just talking out of my arse, which is 90% of my streams, let's be honest. I'm starting to think maybe I could actually use a hint. Ooh, bingly bing bing bong.
This way.
But those are the hints, right? It told me I couldn't use them, so why am I allowed to use them? I'm gonna die. That's a strict death plane. No wiggle room whatsoever. It's probably lower down on this spire, right? Since it's going ping 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 over here. Aha. By simply following the radar, I can locate the location of an object. My god, I'm a genius. I say, failing to triangulate. If it's hidden underground, I should be able to... Oh, there it is. Haha. There's one of them anyway. I think the last time I did this level, that's literally where one of these was. Okay. Up is no. Down is yes. And other instructions we give to our cats. Oh, that might be too far down. Yep. Insufficient upness. Time to re-establish verticality. Upness regained. And yet excessive. Ah, aha! It's all good, it's all fine. I've successfully not died. We don't talk about all the other times I died. The thing about me dying is that they just reboot me, and then I get sent straight back into the same hell that I live every day, so... So that's fun. But that's lucky for you guys, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to watch me stream, which is really a delight for everybody, I'm sure. I say only semi-ironically. Let's rock and or roll. Oh, hang on, which way? But yeah, no, despite playing it for, god, 30 years nearly, I have still never got past the penultimate level of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I could actually use a hint. Ah, down and to the left.
This way.
My god, she was right. Not up the half pipe. Oh, I should do Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Now there's a game I love but am bad at. I'm actually really bad at sports games across the board. It's strangely consistent. Like, I will rock a strategy game. I've never made him Supersonic in 2 either. I don't think I've ever made him Supersonic in them. I don't play them obsessively the way I've played other games in my life. It's not like I've, you know, spent 150 hours. The way I would with a Dark Souls, say, or a Sekiro. I spend an afternoon playing it once every year or so.
I can do better than that.
Level B missed? Was I supposed to come here? Or a Redux? I guess that was a second opportunity to try and do that, and that's not... Because Sonic's story had a couple of bonus levels where I could attempt to get higher rankings, I think. Was I supposed to go in the temple? I'm not clear about this. Because I was at the other temple, and then I came to this temple. Oh wait, no, I was supposed to follow the robot, and the robot went this way. Haha. Just an endless chain of robots following robots, 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 following robots. Oh god, I've forgotten how to be funny. Anyway. Sure is Sonic up in here.
No trains are currently in service.
Ah, interesting, so I'm trapped here. Now, if I was a good-hearted but ultimately controlled by an evil supervillain robot, where would I be? Would I be in the lab of a child genius? Signs point to no. Would I be in the vicinity of said child genius's laboratory? Also looks like probably not. Would I be hiding in one of the many and varied caves? Probably also not. I'll tell you what though, I am looking forward to the remastered 2D Sonic games that are coming out soon. I believe they're remastering Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles, and Sonic CD, so that should be a delight. Or maybe I should just dig out my Sonic Gems collection again. Oh, cool. That's fun. Love to clip through walls and get stuck below the world. There we go. I'm free. Wiggly wiggly. Well, there literally isn't anywhere else to go unless I want to try and take the minecart back to the dumb place. So presumably this is the other end of the train drivers' strike. Which makes me wonder how people got home, basically, which I suppose means they didn't. These guys are rough and ready explorer types, I'm sure they'll be fine.
A
Boink.
huge building has appeared deep in the jungle.
Oh, so you do want me to go back to the building that's appeared deep in the jungle. Which is... Okay, so if that fairy is Tikal speaking through... I don't know, hyperspace legend distance brain magic, then... Oh right, I forgot about Eggman's proboscis. Oh, hang on, no, a proboscis is like a nose thing, it's like your mouth. This is his, oh yeah, Eggman's ovipositor, that's what it is. Looks like your reign of terror is over, positor. I really like the little tag on the robot's gun.
Just what I thought. Time to make a house call.
Are you a doctor? But this, he had a PhD all this time and no one told me. Dr. Knuckles, PhD. Now there's a daytime TV show I'd watch. I wouldn't really. You know what, I don't think this is egg-themed enough.
Now we'll see who's so easily tricked. I can sense that the emeralds are here somewhere.
Tell you what, I do miss this era of games. I wish I still had my old GameCube and all my old GameCube games, but I do not. Got a handful of PlayStation ones left though. But it's all very...
This thing's always changing.
It's all very, you know, it's all very much of a... No, it's not much of a muchness. It's hugely diverse and interesting in a way that the games industry isn't necessarily still. In terms of ideas in the games, not in terms of characters presented or people working in the industry, both of which obviously should have been far more diverse but weren't because we live in a society. Or more accurately, we live in the remains of a society after various incredibly wealthy and malevolent people have attempted to remove all, you know, socially beneficial aspects from society, but that's a story for another time. I don't have Sonic's superpower to get up there. What in Christ's name was I talking about? I'm not even Christian, why do I say that? Oh right, cultural hegemony. Oh, okay, that was a... Wow, I thought those things were far away, but it turns out they're right here and just very small. Anyway, I was definitely talking about something, but I've got no goddamn idea what it was.
I sense the Master Emerald. It can't be far from here.
Oh, well, you know what I sense? I sense another scavenger hunt. I wish I could remember what I was talking about. Oh, I can use a lever, a mechanic that has never been in the game before. It's a gear stick. I love gear stick. Oh, I can't put it sideways. I can only put it forwards or backwards, I think? Okay, that's a shame.
Push or pull the lever to control the ship's tilt.
So, this is... I actually quite like this, because when we saw the other side of this story in Sonic's chapter of the game, everything in this zone was just randomly flipping backwards and forwards all the time. Which was presumably because Knuckles was on the other side of the room just being like, I'm gonna go crazy with this. Are those supposed to be spinning like that? I do find myself wondering, as usual, what the deal is with Eggman's crazy-ass interior decoration skills. You know, if I was attempting to create an enormous flying death machine, I simply would not have the Crusher Room. Hi, Truck and Taze. Like, I get that a lot of the problems caused here are because it's cargo crates bouncing around, but also, you very much do not have to have giant smashy ball wanglers. Which is a phrase I'm not going to interrogate. Sometimes I just start making words come out of my face, you know? But yeah, I love that Knuckles is implicitly just going crazy on that gear stick in the back room. These people cannot help getting in each other's way. Sonic's screwing over Tails, Tails is screwing over Knuckles, Knuckles is screwing over Sonic. And backwards, actually, and vice versa. His flight seems to be peculiarly messed up. It was previously... I don't know, I seem to be able to fly differently than previously. I'm gonna try tilting this the other way. I'd really like to set it just back to level, to be honest. Yeah, so if I try and fly into the tilt, I can't fly super good. If I try to fly out of the tilt, I can fly much better than normal. Or glide, I suppose. I love that piece of music, but it is kind of tragic that I can only bop to it for like 10 seconds. It feels like it's just about to kick into a second verse and then it stops. No, I'm never gonna get that damn thing. I'm starting to understand Eggman's desperate need for Chaos Emeralds. I want that emerald. No hedgehog will stop me, etc. Etc. Oh my god, it was right there. Oh, I'm really not well today if I didn't spot such an obvious and joyful pun. Anyway, I'm straight up not sure how I'm supposed to get that properly. I think I'm probably attempting to do this the wrong way, and yet I find myself determined to do it regardless. I should probably look up some speedruns of this game, actually. Just because I'm curious about how they manage the locational randomness, I guess. Although, I think I watched a run of the sequel, and in that they've just memorized all of the possible locations that the they memorize every possible location that a gem could appear at, and then have like a very specific order in which they check them. Oh, come on. So close. Yeah, we started Knuckles last time around, actually. So we've completed... Also, hi, always nice to see you, girl like substance. We have completed successfully Sonic the Hedgehog's story. The story of a meathead who thinks he's great at everything. We've also seen the tragic and self-conscious story of Tails, the fox, who is... really should give himself more credit, and not let Sonic literally just take fucking credit for everything he does. And now we are onto the story of Knuckles, the most credulous man in existence. Successfully tricked multiple times in a row into threatening his friends simply because an Eggman told him to. Like, I don't know if you've seen the clip from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where someone tries to throw discord between the other members of their gang, and it's like, hey, how come he's the only one who gets to hold the walkie-talkie? And there's just a shot of the two of them looking at each other as it fades away. It's very much that sort of vibe, I think. Just Eggman going like, Knuckles, why do you think Sonic is standing so close to the Chaos Emerald? Knuckles raising an eyebrow as we fade to black and hear terrible things happening in the distance. Anyway, I will say that I appreciate the idea. I love the ideas in this game, but I think their implementations are almost universally terrible. Like, treasure hunts are okay as a mechanic. I don't like them personally, but I can see the appeal. But I don't think the mechanics lend themselves to one very particularly well. At least not... Well, I don't know, it's probably fine. I don't know what I'm complaining about, frankly. Anyway, I'm gonna get that goddamn emerald. Yes! I win at emeralds. But yeah, so, I mean, the mechanics of a Sonic game should really be all about, like, speed and twitchy platforming at speed. And Sonic's really the only one who gets to do that in his run-through. The environments are very, very rarely designed to facilitate a high-speed kinetic play and the feeling of a great deal of momentum. And on top of that, most of the characters spend their time not doing that. You know, Knuckles has these 3D spaces that he's supposed to traverse back and forth, not particularly speedily or slowly. And, I suppose Tails is supposed to go fast, but just doesn't. And it's just very often, even in the sections where you are supposed to be going fast and having fun going fast, you know, when you have places to go and you have to follow your rainbow. That's it. That's still all I can remember of that song. When we reach the sequel, we'll hear a little bit more of it. But until then, you can remain wondering. I thought I did tilt the ship. Okay, it's almost certainly behind that door, so I have to go tilt it back the other way again, I guess. Oh, okay, I can set it to neutral. I was trying to do that ages earlier. Oh well. Gem, 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 gem. Gem, gem, gem. Gem, 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 gem. Gem. Delicious gem. This is not personally where I would choose to have my pose, but you know.
Good enough.
I'll see you again. I'm literally never going to get anything higher than that.
Right. Now, to restore the Master Emerald. Huh?
If I ever got a B rank, I'd be like...
Oh no, not again.
Oh, I remember the tune of the song, I just don't remember the words. Ah, genocide time. Cool, cool, cool. Do we get to... Are we going to have to participate in this? Because the implication through the tiny hints that we've received so far is that the echidnas marched on the Chows and murdered them all, presumably to steal their magic gemerald.
Hey, what happened here?
I couldn't stop them. They came, and my father... I had no idea how bad this would turn out.
They came in my father. Truly tragic words.
Shocked.
Look! It's the emerald! Wait!
I'm starting to suspect I'm never going to have a conversation with this
Is
time
this
lost
a dream?
time lost brain spirit.
It's more like a nightmare.
Yeah, you're telling me, buddy.
Your friends are in front of the ship fighting. Help them.
I want to spend more time in this room.
I finally found all of the missing emerald pieces, but I still can't figure out that creepy monster. Huh?
Interesting.
What's that?
What the hell was that noise? Why did he make the noise of someone gulping fluids? Please. Non-horny answers only, please.
Not again! I hate you! Hey, Sonic!
Don't worry, I'm here as well.
There you are, Knuckles. About time.
I will return!
Eggman, come back!
I'd better let Sonic handle it from here.
Why are you
You'll be
here?
okay.
You've done nothing but cause problems, my friend.
Now, I must return to Angel Island and the Master Emerald.
Someone said he had
No,
strong
it
Poochie
can't
energy
be.
previously, and I'm starting to suspect that's true.
I guess he didn't get enough the first time. You can't stop me from restoring the Master Emerald.
I know that one of the character dynamics is that Sonic is just a total meathead who does not in any way understand. But yeah, someone directly referenced Poochie last time around, and it feels very true and fitting. Like, it extremely is a kind of a... Well, my work here is done. My people need me. I think I was supposed to knock that into him. That's how it was with Sonic. Anyway, I suspect that both of my flatmates are attempting to type on the same keyboard, or possibly murdering each other in the other room right now.
Think of a way.
Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? I had a real, actual, valid point I was going to make. Oh yeah, one of the character dynamics is that, Oh hey, can I get down here? Am I allowed to go down this hole? No, I'm not. Anyway, one of the character dynamics is that Sonic is this kind of meathead who doesn't understand that actually he takes the spotlight away from his friends and they never get to do anything cool. Because he's just confident in knowing that he's the best guy. And of course everyone loves him. But you do also have everyone just willingly having his, final boss sloppy seconds all of the time. It's like, Knuckles, please, get some self-respect. Not that there's anything wrong with sloppy seconds as a concept in general, but it does indicate, due to the consistency of the trend, a lack of equal's the wrong word. Like a lack of respectful shared responsibility. That ain't it either. You know, like when people are equal and shared fair members in a partnership or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure you can get what I'm getting at, but I don't know what words are anymore. I've completely lost the capacity to commit human speech. I think I need my drivers rebooted. Also, I'm really not sure on what dictates when I can and cannot pick these up. The music's pretty cool though. What exactly is a Yentaxel ghost, though? I've been wondering for a few minutes now. Something tells me this thing is not the world-ending threat it was marketed as. Like, I don't know about you, but I have fought tougher bosses in my time. Like... Oh, I forgot about the sound effects! I forgot about the extremely delightful guy with a microphone sound vibes of this game. There's just, there's a sound designer somewhere in 2002 whose job it was to just blow gently into a microphone for a few minutes. And, props to him for getting that job and then, getting a sufficient amount of money out of the company, presumably to make rent for that level of work. Like, you gotta admire that level of sticking it to the man, frankly. Okay, so that didn't count. Can I have another bomb, please? Anyway, it takes like 6 bombs, or 4 bombs or whatever, 4 Eggman bombs to kill this thing. I'm pretty sure it would take more than 4 Eggman bombs to blow up the goddamn egg carrier itself. I'm just not sure why he felt the need to awaken an ancient deity. When the ancient deity itself is kind of a chump.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm getting at, Nux. Maybe the real enemy in Eggman all along was simply a lack of self-confidence.
What's left now is to return the Master Emerald safely to my island.
I think maybe you need to hide it somewhere else. I think at this point it's just a lost cause. People keep stealing my Master Emerald. Well, I've recovered my Master Emerald. Time to put it back in the one place I always keep it, where everyone knows it is. And now this can never happen again. What about the next... Never happen again.
This should do it. Perfect. All is well now. The Master Emerald and the island have been restored.
He sure is confident making these pronouncements for a guy who's been proven to be wrong in almost every statement he's made for the entire game. Like, I can't tell if it's supposed to be a joke. I can't tell if he's supposed to be bad at his job. And incredibly just credulous and believing everything everyone says. Oh, there it is. His people need him. He must return to his home planet. I wonder if this is the same cutscene as when it landed, but played in reverse. Be a marvelous way to save on render time.
I'll probably be on this floating island forever.
Oh, buddy, no.
Guarding the Master Emerald again.
Just let someone else have it.
I may not know the whole story behind this, but perhaps it's better that way. I'm at peace once more.
That sounds like what he tells himself to cope. Anyway, as far as I know, there's no way to skip the credits. So, we've had Sonic the Hedgehog and his semi-linear... Oh, okay. This has lyrics. Okay, I can see why people like Knuckles. And yet, so many questions remain unanswered. I thought he was going to be the one who got the, like, history answers thanks to the, you know, ancestral visions of the ancient Echidna people. But it literally ends with him going, well, that sure was a whole bunch of stuff I didn't understand. But yeah, so Sonic has open, semi-open, semi-linear start to finish platforming. Tails has linear race platforming. And then Knuckles has open 3D platforming with a scavenger hunt. Which leaves... And Big the Cat is obviously going to be fishing minigames. Because everyone knows that. That's just common knowledge. We learned that in high school, you know. Which leaves the robot, who's probably, like, shooting focused, maybe? Like a kind of like a... combat levels, maybe? And Amy. All I know about Amy is that she has a big hammer and is irritating. No offense, anybody who likes Amy. I'm sure, she's a perfectly good character, but she's almost constructed intentionally to be irritating to me. And I wonder if that's because this is a series aimed at, like, 8-year-old boys, and this is a character designed to be like, ew, girls are stinky, or whatever. Which is curious, because she does seem to be very popular with women in general. I'm just a weird curmudgeon, I suppose. Anyway, basically, what I'm getting at is, I have an idea of what the two remaining stories will be mechanically, primarily, although I'm just guessing with regards to the robot. But I have no idea what Amy's whole, like, mechanical deal is going to be. Given the level of experimentality this game is willing to go with, you know, we've had scavenger hunts and different kinds of platforming and like RPG hubs to talk, where you can talk to NPCs and so on. There's not really been any focus on the adventure. Is it adventure field stages? There's like there's the action stages and the adventure stages, and the action stages are the ones that are fun, where you run around doing platforming. And there's the adventure stages where you run from point to point trying to figure out which NPC you were supposed to have talked to. So maybe hers will focus on the adventure stages, since nobody else does. And oh my god, my neighbours are smoking so many fucking cigarettes, it's driving me out the wall. It's literally making it difficult for me to breathe in here, actually. It's kind of a serious problem. We left a note the other day and the note's gone, but there's no response. I don't know if they've actually... Like, obviously... They have a legal right to smoke as much as they fucking like in their own house, but it's coming up through the floorboards and suffocating me with my lung damage. So, yeah. Anyway, I was expecting Knuckles to have at least one conversation with Tikal, but they seem to be these star-crossed, separated people. Anyway, I was told as a kid that Tikal was Knuckles' girlfriend, but I suspect that was someone reaching, possibly based on their own fanfic now, having played this as an adult. Hey, why are his gloves yellow? Did I miss an upgrade? Anyway, I suppose our only recourse is to leave some more notes, and if they don't respond, like, God, I don't even know. I think they have a different landlord, and there is no, like, legal recourse for us. Like, legally they can smoke as much as they want to in their own flat, and whether or not it affects us is no concern of anyone other than us. But we can't afford to move again, so I really don't know. Anyway, that's enough of complaining, even though I start complaining again constantly. It's because my life is hell, and therefore I complain at the drop of a hat, which is bad. Because before I had COVID, I was fun. And now I'm just not fun to be around anymore, which sucks for everyone I know. Oh god, it keeps happening. I'm just digging this hole deeper and deeper. Quick, someone drop me a rope. What's that Sonic the Hedgehog video game? You're handing me a rope labeled Play Amy's Story next? Well, gee, why don't I grab a hold? Thanks, Sonic team. I mean, it might be all good, but I don't like to complain on my streams. I like to be funny and make jokes. I just can't do that today because my brain is full of cigarette smoke.
It's my turn now.
I mean, the panty shots feel weird. She's only barely been in any of the other stories. I think she had one scene in Sonic's story and one scene in Tails' story. Does she live in the human city? I thought the animal people all lived on the other side of the world.
Every day's the same old thing. Same place, different day. I miss the good old days.
Yeah, there's a pretty good Nine Inch
My
Nails song
hero,
about this.
Sonic. Chasing bad guys and blowing them away. But now he's gone, and there's nothing left to do. But shop till I drop. There was always something fun to do with Sonic around. I really miss him.
Yeah, the sort of, like,
Hey,
decision to give them all
what's going
somewhat
on
tragic
here?
components
Is
to
there
their
an
characters is
eclipse today or
curious.
what? Nobody forecast a storm or anything.
The animation, such quality. I assume everyone in Sonic Universe is independently wealthy. Like, I sure as hell know Sonic doesn't have a day job. Knuckles has a day job, but it's on a magic island and floating around the other side of the world. Like, but like you've got Sonic, who has no depth or further like considerations whatsoever.
Eggman, can it be?
Hang on a second, she wasn't around when he was dubbed Eggman at the start of the game.
Ah! Watch it! Watch it! Ow! You should watch where you're going, buddy! Hey, are you alright? You look kind of hurt.
This setting has animal people.
What's this?
Does she think that bird is a sentient human person? Like human-minded person? Like an intelligent entity? Is it one?
Yikes! You almost ran me over, creep! Oh no! Let's get out of here!
Oh wow, Burger Shop, I love that franchise.
That was one of Eggman's robots, huh? He must have captured you, and somehow you got away, right? Don't worry, I'll protect you.
But yeah, so we've got, like
I'll
Sonic
be
doesn't
right
have
back
any
to
further
keep us
depth.
both from harm. I'll stand by you all the way.
And you've got... Tails is kind of desperate, tragic, awkward, need to be recognized as an intelligent person in his own right, who does his own cool things and doesn't need to be in Sonic's shadow. And you have Knuckles, who has the weight of the sins of his ancestors sitting on his shoulders and the genocides they committed. And has this horrible duty that is sort of mandated he do, no matter what. And the way that weighs on him. And then we've got Amy, who is suffering the incredible ennui of someone whose life's work is already completed. You know, I've read interesting stories about what happens to the protagonist of a fantasy novel after their Dark Lord is defeated and now they're 22 and literally their life's work is already done. And what's left for them now? And so Amy is trapped in that kind of horrible situation, and also has the energy of a sad dog desperately looking for someone to follow around. Why was there a crash zoom on Cream the Rabbit? Am I supposed to talk to her this time? Since I think she's just a cameo. Anyway, yeah, I kind of assume none of them have day jobs. I'm pretty sure that Sonic the Hedgehog doesn't know he doesn't have a day job. I think he just takes things and assumes that people are happy for him to have them in the name of him saving the world. Maybe she just does have more platforming. Maybe they didn't come up with a visual novel or something equally avant-garde for a Sonic game.
May happen at the casino area.
Oh wow, something good may happen at the casino area. That'll be the first time in history. I'm sure that they would be provided with a Starbucks branded box to stand upon behind the counter. But yeah, it's a real harsh, tragic ennui that has afflicted young Amy.
Oh, Sonic! My hero!
On the other hand, it is also a joke that she's a stalker, and that no one wants her around, which is tragic in its own way. All she really wants is someone.
Amy!
And she will happily pick a random bird to be that someone if she can't find her Sonic.
See, this little birdie's got in trouble. I think you should be his bodyguard a little while.
What?
Wow, this is a totally different conversation to what Sonic remembers happening.
No way!
Holy shit.
Come on, don't run away!
This revelation, this blows it wide open. This Rashomon shit's starting to get complex. Because Sonic's memory of this conversation...
are currently in service.
Sonic's memory of this conversation is that Amy shows up and is like, Sonic, why the fuck aren't you my boyfriend? I've done nothing but stalk you for 6 years. I've tried everything. I've tried going through your trash. I've tried meeting you on the street coincidentally, but not really coincidentally. I've tried sending you anonymous letters. I've tried doxing you on Twitter. I've done everything I can think of. Why won't you date me? Meanwhile, Amy's recollection of that exact same ass conversation is, hey Sonic, can you help me look after this bird? I'm starting to suspect that Sonic's, like, not merely empty-headed, but outright delusional. I wonder if that's purposeful, the same way all of the others have their inexplicably dark for a brightly coloured game for 8-year-olds, you know, personal tragedies. You know, they've all got their unique personal tragedies going on. Maybe, perhaps, Sonic's is that he's so totally goddamn oblivious he doesn't even remember the truth of his own memories, the own events he's been through. He simply remembers what is most convenient to him. And therefore he can never truly have a friend. He can never truly connect to another... I mean, I was going to say human being, but I need another word. I guess sentient entity. Even half of Tails' cutscenes, he's just like, oh Sonic, you're my best friend. I wish you literally heard any words that I ever actually said in my whole life. And then Sonic's just like, not now Tails, I have to punch Eggman. How terrible. A huge flying object, you say? If it's the egg carrier, what are the eggs that it carries? Is it just Eggman? Is it egg singular? I'm actually not sure where to go now. Okay, I'm gonna go open the window because this is getting stupid. I can't goddamn breathe in my own living room. Like, literally my lungs hurt. Ow, ow, ow. It's hard to breathe. Anyway, you may now be able to hear traffic, which is tragic if you can, but that's just the sacrifices we have to make when we attempt to stream to our tiny but highly beloved audience. Can I knock this car about? Because this car was moved on Sonic's playthrough at a certain point. Alright, where's the magic fairy? I wish I had a magic fairy based DPS in DPS? FPS? No, that's not the word. GPS, there we go. I knew it was a PS.
Where you couldn't get in alone?
Yeah, there was a place I couldn't get in alone, but I'm still alone.
Wait up, Sonic! Not fair! I can't run as fast as you!
I mean, nobody can, but that's fine.
Ah, look! Eggman's robot's on the loose!
Don't panic. I'll handle that bag of bolts.
I don't remember handling that bag of bolts.
Now what's wrong?
Did I fight that?
Look! It says cute couples can get in free! What are we waiting for?
Amy! Wait! I give up. She's so weird.
I thought you wanted to fight the robot. I think Sonic the Hedgehog has Goku energy, and that all he really cares about is beating the next thing to beat. The Quiet Delight. Oh, okay, so she does get action stages. Evade Zero and grab the balloon. Okay, so...
The robot that was following you is closing in on you. It'll be over if that robot catches you. You must get away from it no matter what.
Okay, so Sonic does not even slightly care to help Amy here. He's perfect, because I just ran through this stage as him and it was fine. So, I guess Amy's gimmick is that it's a stealth game, sort of? It's an action stealth runaway game. I'm being gestured at, but I don't know what it means. My flatmate came in to open all the doors because the smoke in here was really bad from the neighbours downstairs, but perhaps that is not acceptable. Maybe I should just stop. Maybe I should just stop for today. That might be better for everyone. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess there's a stealth component to avoiding the robot, but also just an outrunning it component, so it seems like all of the action stages do boil down to 3D platforming plus. With Sonic's being 3D platforming plus 2D elements, and Amy's is 3D platforming while you're chased, and Knuckles is 3D platforming while you attempt to find some kind of useful gem or emerald component. Where the hell did the robot go? Where am I supposed to go? I've just noticed that the little, like, PNG in the bottom left, the little JPEG of Amy is way, way crunchier than the little JPEGs the others have. That's genuinely quite delightful to me. Am I supposed to push buttons? Is that it? Looks like it. That gate was definitely shut before. Also, she has some way of doing like a super jump, but I can't figure it out. Literally, where did the robot go? Did he clip through the floor and die, like happened to me a bunch of times? Nope, that still looks locked to me. Anyway, imagine if there was like proper full stealth sequences. Amy Rose's levels abruptly become like... I suspect that if he was blown up, he would no longer be a threat, and therefore the game would just like let me do whatever. Oh, is that a bouncy thing? Oh, no, it is not a bouncy thing. Is this just bugged? Is this busted? It wouldn't be the first time. Can I jump over the wall? Nope. Help me, fairy.
Press all 3 buttons and the door should open.
I thought I did press all 3 buttons. Guess I'm just a fool. But yeah, no, it would be amazing to see like a full, like, immersive sim Sonic the Hedgehog experience where in Amy's sequences you, instead of... Oh, it reversed the controls a little bit, that was weird. Where instead of Sonic the Hedgehogging, you are attempting to sneak around and evade a robot while achieving various goals in a 3D environment. That would be pretty interesting, I think. I'm cartoonishly bad at this. She's so slow! She's so slow! She's almost painfully slow to play as. Oh god, it's making modem noises at me. I keep switching whether I'm looking at the mirror or not. That's really awkward to control. God, after playing the rest of the game as the rest of the characters, playing as Amy is like playing a game through tar or like treacle. It's awful. I mean, the hammer's not there most of the time. I don't know if anyone watching is old enough to remember Hammer Space, but this was a consistent established context in nerd circles in the mid-2000s. That all female characters are capable of manifesting large mallets, hammers, any kind of, you know, crowbars, any kind of physical bashing implement at any time they wish, and then disappearing it away again afterwards. So Hammer Space is where she keeps it, I assume. Which is an extra-dimensional location. On the other hand, maybe it's Dark Souls rules. You know, that's why she can't dodge good. It reverses the controls in this room. It's really awkward and weird. Every time the camera angle changes, the controls change with it. Something very strange and reserved about this. Almost the sort of sedate experience of rambling along as Amy. As opposed to the rather more direct experience of the other characters. Anyway, I wonder if she'll be trapped in this kind of like desperate need for Sonic forever, or if she will perhaps overcome this. You know, will we be able to say upon completing her storyline that Amy rose to the occasion? That's it, that's your one pun for this hour. Well, I exploded him. It didn't seem to bother him particularly. Is this a switch hunt? Do I need to just find the switches? The world's slowest robot. Well, the world's second slowest robot. Let's not forget I'm at the top of that listing. The balloon! Wow, it sure is a good thing that that robot that very explicitly flew earlier can't fly right now. A lot of the soundscapes in this game overall are extremely weird. Sometimes they're very strange, sometimes they're just really awkward. Oh, Twinkle Circuit's the minigame. Oh no, oh no. please, I'm so bad. I'm so bad at racing games. I have never successfully played a racing game. I've tried. Oh my god, do I try. In this institution. Which I guess is Twitch. Has Twitch been around long enough to be an institution? I suppose it is in, like, the extremely, extremely young entertainment genre of video game streaming, at any rate. Or just live streaming in general, which is pretty recent. It's only been about 10 years that there's been enough bandwidth that the people can just live stream whatever the fuck they want, really. Hell yeah, yay, yay, yay. Gotta try and bring some of that energy to my own life. I miss theme parks, though. 2 years of COVID quarantine brought on, like, a lot of unpleasantly nostalgic memories of my agoraphobic 20s, where I basically spent all of my time indoors and never went outside. But I did miss theme parks. And then in, like, 2019 I really wanted to go to theme parks. And then COVID brought, like, all the agoraphobia feelings back. And now all I want to do is go to theme parks. However, I may have acquired a heart condition thanks to COVID, so... existence is pain. I say because I cannot go to a theme park. On the other hand, yay, yay, yay. See, I think Twitch is an institution in the sense that it's a place where mad people end up. I say as a mad person. I don't think there are really any popular Twitch YouTubers who aren't, like, a little bit messed up. For better or for worse. Some, you know, there's perfectly reasonable kinds of messed up to be, and then there's very unpleasant kinds of messed up to be. For oneself or for others. Like, I don't think it's necessarily rational to have incredibly shitty reductive... Not reductive, what's the word? Reactionary views. But then again, I suppose it is a rational thing. You can't just rationalize away the behavior of a bigot. No, hang on. What the fuck am I talking about? It's exactly the opposite. They have perfectly rational reasons for doing what they do. They're just extremely shitty rational reasons that are callous and perfectly willing to privilege themselves above others, and to imply that mental health has anything to do with it is in fact to ratify or worse, justify their various positions and bigotries, which is something I never want to do. I'm just out of my fucking head on cigarette fumes. Open window or no open window. I'm literally actually gonna go check my oxygen percentages once I finish doing this stream, because I'm at this point curious. Oh god, no, I didn't I didn't want to play again. I pressed the wrong button. That's really unnecessarily confusingly phrased. I thought continue would continue the game. I fell into this exact trap on Sonic's story when I got stuck here as well. Like, Rainbow Road this ain't. Even her goddamn car is so slow. It's probably about the same speed as Sonic's one when his journey, his storyline, his playthrough lets you come here as well. How about that drifting though? Yeah, I'm not even going to try and top that because that was just the single, like, best, like, I'm literally losing the capacity to speak as we go. I was going to say I'm losing the capacity to speak as I speak, which is fascinating in ontological implications, but literally, how do you even get a good time on this game? Like, I'm mostly not crashing when I go around corners, even though I'm holding down the accelerator 99% of the time. Is there a boost feature I don't know about?
Yay! Yay! Yay!
You know what? She's just happy to be here, and I should respect that. She doesn't care about winning or losing. All she cares about is the experience she's having in this moment. And some people might think that that's a fundamentally empty way to be, but actually I think it's possibly the only way that true happiness can ever be achieved. Amy Rose makes it clear that if you wish to experience yay, yay, yay in your life, all you really need to do is stop caring about the end goal and merely care about what you're doing in this given moment. Make progress on the thing you're working on right now. Care about the thing you care about right now. Simply enjoy the ride. Don't get overly caught up in the idea of how fast you get there. So much so that you forget to say
Yay! Yay! Yay!
every time you go on those jumpy thingies. That timing worked out pretty nice. But yes, so here we encapsulate the ultimate philosophy of Amy Rose. Which isn't true, obviously. The ultimate philosophy of Amy Rose is that Sonic is just a primo hottie and that you should pursue him whether he likes it or not. Which is a less ethical way to live in the world, I think. I think we can all agree. Taking bets now. Who thinks I'm going to press the wrong button again and have to do this a third goddamn time? Because there's no way to leave it after I start it, because things like that were UI innovations from much later in the history of the games industry. I hope someone won some money on that one.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Twink. Welcome to Pinkle Twinkle Dinkle. Well, Amy, did that fill the gaping hole in your life?
Whew! I'm glad we finally lost that robot.
Oh shit, it did. Oh my god, all she wanted was to be chased by robots
Sonic must
again.
have gotten lost too.
We explicitly saw her fondly remembering being chased by robots. This actually is fulfilling the hole in her life. The thing that's missing is her capacity to be chased by Eggman robots. And or rescued by Sonic, so you know, this is still working out.
Full brain, let us down. Let us go.
Hard times have befallen the Eggman robot army. No longer can I be trusted with a company car, or indeed my own hover jets. I must take public transportation like the rest of you mortal fools. I have been talking with the other Eggbots. We will not do industrial
calm
action at
down.
this time. Aha! The friendly robot. Making a jerk-off gesture for some reason. Now, you may or may not know that I'm a huge fan of a good robot. Love a robot in a video game or a movie. Just,
What do you want?
you know, it's the solidarity from like to like, speaking as a robot myself.
Hand me the bird.
Oh, I love his voice, that's good.
Quietly hand over the bird.
No, never.
That's a good robot voice.
Why not?
I don't need to tell you anything. You tell me why you want it now.
Does not compute.
You don't even know? I know you might hurt us both. Please, Mr. Robot. Won't you help us, please?
Insufficient data. You have feelings for something you know nothing about. Illogical.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I pity you. Love is not part of your programming. You are missing something good. Hey, Birdie, come back here.
Just the edge of Amy's skirt absolutely wilding in the background.
Go. Escape.
Well, what?
The world's fastest awakening into sentience.
You sure?
It's dangerous here. Hurry, we'll be at the Mystic Ruins base soon.
You're really nice. You're different from the other robots.
Yes, Acrylic Spatty, you can have a little tiny
You've got a
bluebird
soft
if you
spot inside
want.
your metal frame. If you want, we can be friends, okay?
I know that this would have the same effect on you, and you're not even a robot. She has a point. I am sad that I lack emotions. Actually, the voice acting reminds me a hell of a lot of the voice acting for the Puppet Master in iconic, classic sci-fi masterpiece. Ghost in the Shell. So that's rad. Can I break out a... Oh wait, no, I need to take this to the Magic Garden if I want to break it out. I want to see what this looks like.
You're not going to escape from here.
Oh, well I have to...
See if you can clear this awesome
Are you kidding me? Eggman, do you just want a friend? Eggman, buddy, do you just need a buddy? Do you need a friend? Are your armies of robots your attempt to create someone to hang out with?
Good luck.
Also, who the fuck... Okay, like, I don't care how difficult or easy this will turn out to be, but genuinely, like... Oh, okay, that was a 500 points just to start with. She's so goddamn slow! No! So Eggman built his own whack-a-mole, and then the best score he could get on it was 2,000 points. I take it back. This guy's lame. This guy's weak sauce.
I can't believe this is happening.
Congratulations. You get the warrior feather. I mean, good for her, but why did Eggman have that exactly?
Behold the warrior feather. Now you can do the spin hammer attack.
Oh, fantastic. I love a spin
Press and
attack.
hold the action button and move the directional pad in a circle.
Oh, she's got like Street Fighter combos. Amy can throw hands. Yeah, that seems like it'll fuck up a robot.
Go through
You know, the bad
hot
kinds.
shelter and find the way out. Good luck.
Nice to see that I correctly predicted the way this would work, that those weird little knobbles on the ground would indeed be buttons for Amy Rose to go boink on. I forgot my egg. I forgot my son, my precious son. My egg! Forgot. Must awaken the egg. Must take the egg to the world's most migrainingest beautiful garden. And there hatch it. Break it open and reveal unto me my beautiful son.
Shelter and find the way out.
Um,
Good luck.
That was weird. God, the 3D, like the level design is fine, but like the actual degree to which the, you know, just the collision boxes are in the right places are completely off the wall crazy pants wrongo. E G G. Nope. That ain't it. It's really hard to spell Eggman. G. Man. I suppose this means that literally every single character who comes through here can solve this puzzle, which makes me wonder why he bothered even locking the door to begin with. Like, I don't know about you, but when I want to keep a secret, mythic, magical island containing tiny baby elementals of an ancient and powerful species. Oh, that's a good face. Oh, look at this guy. You know, I couldn't stand the chows when I was a kid, but as an adult, I see the appeal. I love the way they crawl. These dumb gay little babies. Look at this guy. Look at this asshole. Look at you. You're 2 years old. What have you got to complain about? Anyway, the music in here will literally cause me to become insane. Well, more insane. There's a button I can press to wiggle it around until it wakes up, but I can't remember what it is. Or I can smash it on a rock. Smasher. Oh, hi there. Time to go plug you into some animals, I guess. I haven't played with this minigame basically at all, but... let's see what happens. No, don't like that. Kangaroo. I didn't find any of the good ones. Oh, hang on. Don't care about kangaroo. Do care about pink rabbit. There we go. Let's see what we get. That's more like it. Hell yes. Hell fucking yes. Absolutely yes. Look at this thing. He's so grumpy. Hell yes. This is it. This is what I needed in my life. But I can't be in here for much longer because it will break my poor tiny brain. It's like they intentionally created the most difficult piece of music to hear for more than a couple seconds. Beam me away, spaceman. Take me back. Put me on your stellar rocket and watch me explode. I don't dislike the music in the abstract, but something about the way it, like, it's such a short loop and the way it kind of pumps a bit too much. It's too much of a, like, a pulsing beat. Like, ugh. Anyway, what the hell was I doing? I need to go to the hot zone. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, freaks and weirdos. It's time to enter the hot zone. Oh, hot shelter. That's less sexy. So it looks like I'm still going to be chased by an evil robot, which is something we can all identify with in our personal lives.
Hold on to the handle and turn the key to the left to open the door.
Hell yes, cranky cranky. Love a good crank. It's not a proper video game if it doesn't have a crank at some point, so I guess we can officially include Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Adventure DX, Director's Cut Edition, into the Hall of Games that are actually games, I guess, since that's what I decided that I would say. Jesus Christ. That's explosions, baby. Cranking it in the hot shelter. It was right there. You can really tell I'm not on top of my game today. Wiggly wiggly. She really puts her whole everything into it. Oh my god, look at this guy. It's a shame we're never going to see a Chow ever again, because I really want to stick that guy's eyebrows on one of those little fuckers. As far as I know, the only way to level up your Chows in this game is by finding animals, bringing them to the Chow garden and plugging them in. But in the sequel, you get two kinds of a thing. You get a thing that raises their stats, and then you can get the animals, and the animals raise a few different stats. But the more important thing is the... that was weird. But the more important thing is the... not the amount of stats they raise, but the animal bits they impart, because that's cute. And you can customize them and design them carefully. Wiggly wiggly. That's weird. Huh. Why do only half of them light up?
Left 1, right 3.
I guess that was supposed to be a combination lock of some kind. Why is this... Oh wait, no, I know why the robot's chasing her, of course. The robot wants the bird. Why the robot wants the bird, I don't know. I assume that the thingamajig around its neck is a Chaos Gemerald. And we won't know for sure. Is this the toilet? This is the toilets! Can I flush the toilets? Hell yes. Hell fucking yes. I wonder if that blog that's like all toilets in video games is still active, and I wonder if it ever took note of these ones. The really curious thing about this is the weird configuration. Old style gravity fed toilets like these usually would have the cistern be higher and directly behind. I've never seen one offset at a 45-degree angle before. It's a design I associate with like the 1930s or the late Victorians, but you know, that kind of whole era. Oh, there's a bomb in that one. He's taking a dump. Little robot monkey pooping nuts and bolts. That's not going to be good for the plumbing. I can tell you that for free. Another one. Yes, another one of those things, which I believe are called by humans penguins. I could do without the rattling, though. I would very much like that rattling to stop now, thank you. Is it supposed to be making that noise, or is there something wrong with it? Does the robot stop politely while I... No, okay. Oh, I have to get the robot monkeys to explode him, I guess? Maybe? Will that do anything? Or am I supposed to try and outrun him? Outrun it is! Why can't I use the crank? Yeah, I think this is a glitch. I don't think it's supposed to sound like this, but if I start over now, I'll have to do the whole level again, and I really don't want to. Not a court in the land would convict me, I believe. What's the point in giving Amy the, like, rad spin attack move if she can't really do anything with it ever? Like, she doesn't really fight things. Everything dies in one hit because it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe she'll have a boss later, I don't know. Oh, reversal. I love to touch a giant big switch on the floor and have everything start spinning in the opposite direction. Like, I know it's awkward, like, especially for disabled people, and I say this as someone who is and has been physically disabled and struggled to move around from time to time in my life for various different reasons. But it's such a useful innovation, the whole spinny switchy paradigm. Like obviously it sucks that sometimes I can't get into my bedroom because I'm not physically hale enough to go jump on the magic switch that reverses the direction of the giant cogs. But those giant cogs, they're just so useful. They're just such an effective tool. You know, it's like living without central heating or indoor toilets. Oh my god, look at that! Look at the fat little seal! Okay, I take it back, I love this game. Wait, no, I've always been saying I want to love this game. I've never not wanted to love this game. It's just a shame that this game does not love me back. Case in point, the camera angle changed as I was pushing the directional button. See if I can avoid dying this time. Curious. Camera angle tried to assassinate me again. There's probably a Stanley Parable type experience to be made somewhere about trying to deal with the camera in a game like this. You know, a hostile narrator type situation, except that the hostile narrator is
the handle and the lift should move.
stopping you from progressing through your video game because it keeps changing the direction. The problem is that would be incredibly frustrating, and your game needs to be genuinely very good art if you want to make it actually frustrating. You can frustrate players maybe once. If you frustrate them twice, they will just leave and you will get bad reviews, and, you know, you haven't really made good art or helped anyone or anything, have you? This looks like a puzzle. I assume that yellow goes to yellow. I'm no scientist, but that is how science works. Purple. Everyone's favourite colour. Except Amy Rose, whose favourite colour is clearly pink. Actually, no, I should dye my hair pink. I wanted to do that in 2019 and I didn't. Then I was going to dye it blue last year and I didn't. I just want to bleach my hair. Seems like a lot of hassle, you know? Is this a gem? This looks like a gemerald. Chaos or otherwise. Hey robot, why don't you help me? Do you know that you don't have love in your heart and that's sad? That worked on the last one.
Hey, let go of me!
I like the funky noise in this one. How about those funky beats? Oh god, another puzzle. Do it again, this time under pressure. Oh fuck, don't yeet it off the edge! Amy, why did you do that? She's protesting being stuck in this goddamn video game. Fun fact, if you're moving even slightly when you press X to drop it, because they only decided to have one action button in this game, literally there's only one action button, you use X to attack, interact with things, throw things, pick up things, put them down again, and it's all based on whether you're moving or how you're moving. Because of this, it's quite difficult to do certain things. Moving and pressing the button always throws the object, you see. Which is not often what you want it to do, you see. Oh, she did it again. I wasn't even pushing the button that time. It's just that she spun around because of the way the camera works in that instance. Oh, that ain't close enough. There we go. Sonic the Hedgehog, why did you not kill this goddamn robot? Why did you consign Amy to have to deal with this shit? It would have taken you 2 seconds. It's your whole job. All you do is blow robots up. And, like, malign your friends. Aha, a blue. Ah, dip. Meow. I do think it's a shame they didn't use the, like, 2D Sonic, sound effect as well, because I do love the slightly tinnier kind of like "young" from the older games. They're a little bit too rounded, a little bit too pleasant as noises in this one. Let me out! Boing. Oh, she can't move while she does that. That's a shame. Ha 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 ha! I'm so animal rich. Yes. Time to open a zoo.
Alright!
Maybe I should stream Planet Zoo or Zoo Tycoon or something. I do love those games. Love me a management sim.
Free!
Yeah, I am. I'm free. Finally. I'm finally out of this. Oh, she gets genocide flashbacks too. Interesting.
Huh? What's this place?
Do we eventually find out what's going on here through the medium of Amy Rose being like, "Hi, let's have girl talk with you, the priestess of a culture that's currently murdering its way through another population, who desperately tried to stop said murder, but failed. Buddy, bro, hey, what's your deal? Never gloat in victory." That's all these guys say. I've never been scared of anything. Nothing makes me scared. I think therefore I am. So I'm going to assume... Actually, no, I think I've got this cracked. I think I can figure this out. Chaos was brought into existence by the Chows in order to protect them or get revenge against the Echidna aggression that kills most of the Chows. I think that's the answer. Like Chaos is their god. Or something. And these guys invade and slaughter a whole bunch of them. Something like that. I mean, Tikal's conversations about her granddad certainly imply that they just show up and slaughter. And we did see a cutscene with a whole bunch of dead Chow lying on the floor. The darkest element of any Sonic game, as far as I know. You know, with their temple on fire in the background. However, I thought that this, implicitly, was where the Echidnas lived. Not where the Chows lived. I thought this was the Echidna lands. I'm trying to talk to you, man. Oh, it's this guy who doesn't have a functional fucking... What's the hypothalamus, is it? Which is the bit of the brain that dictates your capacity to feel things like fear. Is that the hindbrain? The brainstem? God knows. Oh, temple. Locked. Where are these Chows then? Where am I supposed to go? I started over there and it pointed me over here. It's a nice break from the auditory soundscape of the rest of this game, but I'm gonna be real with you. This loop is like 4 seconds long. That's not acceptable. I need an additional noise. Put some flutes in here, come on. This is fine as just like a backing beat to like another track, a more advanced track, but like, come on, please. Maybe like a rounder kind of bongo sound, and then like some cool like light airy flutes, you know? Temple levels in video games love flutes. Panpipes even, that would be rad. Okay, well, I can't figure out where I'm supposed to go next, because it seemed pretty clear I was supposed to go to the temple, but that did nothing. So therefore, this is probably about where I should leave it for tonight, considering my usual hint giver isn't watching. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm struggling to breathe, thanks to the terrible smokes of my downstairs neighbours, so that is going to be all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Anyone who is unfamiliar with it should go check out my YouTube channel, where I do, or I'm on hiatus at the moment, but where I usually do in-depth, carefully constructed, critical Let's Plays of really good games. Thank you to my Patreon patrons. Thank you to anyone who's donated to me on Ko-fi. Check out my About page for all of my info and stuff, and drop me a follow if you haven't already, although that's extremely unlikely. It's the most optimistic thing I could possibly be saying. Anyway, that's going to be all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching.